Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And spark our champions!
Good on, Pepe! Goal! It doesn't get any better than that! Hola a todos y bienvenidos a Game in Frame para este partido de Nueva York, Galicia, aquí at Williamsburg en la Parque de McCarran. Welcome everyone to Game in Frame. It's a beautiful evening here at McCarran Park in Williamsburg for this Cosmopolitan Second Division League matchup between New York Galicia and Williamsburg International FC. A look to the tables. Our standings here in the second division of the Cosmopolitan Soccer League. Block FC maintains a good lead with La Bria FC both tied on 24. The Shamrocks take the third place, followed closely behind by FC Japan. Manhattan FC and Galicia, as you see, are tied on 19. However, we can confirm that MFC tied their match last night against Deportivo Sociedad. So MFC has a 1 point advantage with their game up on Galicia. On the other end of the spectrum, down in 15th, is Williamsburg International FC, WIFC, as they are affectionately known, on 7 points with a goal differential of -7, hoping to make up some ground while Galicia looks to storm ahead into playoff contending positions. Galicia taking the field early here, going through final preparations. We do have the lineup for you for Nueva York, Galicia. Marvin starts, as always, between the sticks. A back line from left to right of Lucas, Simon, Darnell, and Polo, the stalwart captain. In the midfield, Paron, Mark, and Miguel make up the triangle. Mark sitting in that 10 position. Nico Garcia out wide as the number 8. Ohms is number 17, will be on this side closest to you and the camera. And the talisman of the team, Diego, wearing the number 9, their leading scorer on the season with 7 goals and 4 assists to his name. Galicia will begin this match attacking from your left to right in their dark blue kits this afternoon. I suppose early evening. It doesn't feel like early evening, it's getting just lighter and lighter. Weather's getting nicer and nicer. Everyone at home, please knock on wood. God knows that can switch on a dime. When they do take the field, WIFC will be in their white kits with green socks. This is for both of these teams, the maiden game of the new season, or I should say the spring portion of the season, as we do go dormant for winter. But we are back now following the turnaround point. Galicia ended things with a record of 6-1-3. WIFC just about the opposite on 2 wins, 1-6. So talking about the tables, it is unprecedentedly close at the top, through the middle, and quite honestly down at the bottom as well. Here's some numbers for you. Between first and fourth, a difference of 4 points. Between third and eighth, another difference of only 4 points. Between fourth and ninth, just 6 points separates. And towards the bottom half of the table, between 14th and 9th, a difference of only 5 points. So 2 straight weeks of advantage or disadvantage, and your team could be in an entirely different position from where they began. Whether that does you right and sets you up for a playoff push or not, yet to be determined. Galicia fell short in the promotional playoff hunt last season to eventual promotee Hoboken FC. Can they continue their hunt for unprecedented barnstorming up the Cosmopolitan Soccer League pyramid and perhaps even push for a position in the newly named APSL, which we will touch on a little later? For now, players have taken their spots, referees have taken center stage, and away we go, beginning with Galicia. And Simon spraying it wide to Lucas. Lucas holding well, looking for a searching ball for Ohms. It gets under the foot of Simon Espinosa for WIFC. No-nonsense clearance for Nick Hilton. Anchoring the back line with Nick Hilton. Jarrett Vandenberg, Simon Espinosa to their left. Gabriel Vasconcelos to the right. Searching throw for Diego, nodded down. Comes to Mark. Ohms and Mark, miscommunication there. Unsure who was the intended target player there. Another searching ball from Lucas. Headed on by Espinosa. Here's Diego now. Does favor his left foot. Nervy possession there off the head of Carroll, the striker for Wifsy. Can they come away with it? And all the way back for a moment of calm from Marvin. Already fireworks abound. Paron, the eventual calmer of the ball. Here's Ayoama and Rodriguez for Wifsy. He is the man to watch for the men in white. 5 goals, 4 assists accrued over the beginning of the season. Diego looking for a fortunate bounce. Cam Park will knock it back for Espinosa as Galicia move their lines forward. Driven ball out the other way. Will find its way towards Rodriguez. He's quickly stripped by Paron. Polo now the captain. Takes a peek, looks for space. Again, just some miscommunication between Diego and another player. Mark, though, with an all-important step in. Ohms now. Paron. Driven ball. Ohms. Wide of him is Mark. He's found him. Opportunity here for a cross potentially. Mark will drive inward. Ohms, too much for him. Polo touches down ahead of Carroll, though. Does push the ball forward, but it's back with the feet of Wifsy. Nothing doing there, but the referee does give a late call on Nico Garcia. Early foul from the Galicia youth contingent. So right around the midway point, Nick Hilton can search for an early advantage. Darnell the clearance. Polo nods it on. Vying for possession. Ayoama keeps it in. Here's Carroll, sporting the number 9 today. Paron, a quick flick of the head, and it's over the top for Diego in some open space. 1v3, 1v2, 3v3 now. Cam Park coming back to provide some reinforcement. Mark the strike. Mark the goal! A beautiful strike, a hammer. Finds the head of the nail, finds the back of the net. Welcome back to live football this spring season, Nueva York, Galicia. Goalkeeper Jacob Kress left absolutely helpless as Mark Rhoda adds to his tally a 3rd goal for the season, unleashed with a venom and a vengeance. Wifsy now find themselves down 1-0 in the 5th minute of play. Throw in for Ohms. Touch back for Polo with men on. Mark, calm in the midfield. And a good switch from Paron. Calmly in possession now are Galicia. So organized are they with the ball at their feet, though a searching ball from Simon will not find the intended target. Kress keeps the ball moving. Hilton now advancing. Right to the feet of Ioama. That was a great touch. A turn by Getz. Vasconcelos is wide of him. Now Vasconcelos. Oh, a poke free from Lucas. Beautiful stand there. Here's the goal scorer, Mark. Trying to cut away from Cam Park, but it's a great stand from Wifsey. Nervy possession. Calming down a little bit. Getz, though, getting into the pocket. Trying to turn. Knocked out of bounds by Paron. Vasconcelos the throw. Vandenberg. Thought he had perhaps more time than was actually on. Closed down rapidly by Mark. Wifsey retained possession via the throw. The sun just starting to set here at McCarran Park. Which, of course, for us on your commentary team will make things a bit less enjoyable, but might make your viewing experience just a little more clear. Hilton forcing the ball forward. A daring move from Simon to rise and nod that ball clear of any danger area. Wifsey, though, advancing on the far side via the throw. Ball in for Park. Vandenberg. Park again. All the way back for Kress. Curling ball will only find the feet of Miguel, but a miscommunication there between the two center mids. Now, Wifsey, can they find an advantage? A ball searching through Darnell. The good stop. Simon the clearance. Ohms on a terrific run. Diego calling for it. The long legs of Hilton denied the striker another early opportunity. Here's Seo. His first involvements of the match. Ioama for Espinosa and Park. Hilton again. Carroll, pressure on him. Wifsey ball is the call. Miscontrolled by Nico. Wifsey fortunate to come away with another throw. Carroll forced out of bounds. Good pressure in the back from Darnell. Galicia recovered possession. As is possible here in McCarran Park, the ball can roll for quite a bit. Luckily we have recovered and we are returning to live action. I mean, if that isn't the curse of the commentator, moving him back 5-10 yards, maybe now we start. Stern clearance there from the captain. It will find Nico on the other side, trying to get around Vasconcelos. Just runs out of breathing room. On the far side, another Galicia throw. Oh, he came away with it anyway. Miguel. Another good step from the long legs of Nick Hilton. Using that range just to disrupt. Simon nods down the long ball. The flick on not there. Wifsey holding pressure on that side. Galicia not finding the space to play through. Park. Oh, but a good reach there from Darnell. Nico, too much time on the ball. Espinoza, a ball in, searching for Carroll off his chest. Will fall for Rodriguez. On his favored left foot, a strike is deflected before it has a chance to be dangerous. Miguel, the stern clearance. Vasconcelos controls and back to Hilton. Mark still continues giving pressure though. Diego through. The flag is up for Mark. But another promising, got it in the back of the net anyway. Good little flick on there. A promising counterattack from Galicia, halted only by our linesman's flag. Diego starting to involve himself in critical ways for Galicia. It was last season where he exploded for nigh on 35 goals, I want to say, in this second division. An unbelievable goal-scoring return. Only 7. Nice one, Diego. Only 7 so far this year as Seo takes a shot, poked away by Polo. Great sliding challenge from Park. But only 7 for Diego for himself. 4 assists added to the tally this season. Galicia organizing in a 4-4-2 pressing structure. This is where the 4-4-2 would start the intense pressure and did so. WIFC have forced their way back now. And it's very well organized defense from Galicia. WIFC maintaining possession well, though. Again, in that 4-4-2, that's kind of what you give up, is possession in a team's own half. But you do have to find the time to, or find the way to set the line of confrontation. Darnell with a good step. Can he clear it? Does it well enough to find Simon, who nods it up. Diego lets it bounce against Hilton. Diego, he's going to have a step for pace, but does he have the reinforcements? He's been dragged wide, and he does favor his left foot, so he's not going to be able to find a shot from that angle. And a good clearance there. Just too much for Diego to overcome on his own. Hilton on the ball. Does love a long ball. Carroll did get to it first. Simon reaches in, concedes the foul. Hilton been keen so far this half to spray it long and low to drive it into perceived dangerous areas. Something for Galicia to, just to note, Rodriguez standing over. It's a tempting ball. Marvin does get his hands to it. There's a flag up on the far side. Was it off? Was there a run too early? Perhaps. Either way, an early test for Marvin Bowen. Just kept himself honest, did well to parry the ball downwards, but perhaps should have found a way to fall on it, smother it. Perhaps fortunate to been granted that offside call. Diego with a brilliant touch, touches it right down. Can he combine with Nico? No, not quite. Lucas on the ball now. Finds Baron, tries to flick on for Miguel. It doesn't come off. Now it's Rodriguez. Spots the run of Seo. So too did Polo. Ohms a good turn. Ohms though with Mark. Can't connect on the 1-2. Back to Kress, who drills one long. It's off the head. Oh, Lucas just took a stumble. Lucky for Galicia, though, the ball trickles over the line beyond the run of Getz. A long, high, arcing throw, cleared away. Darnell and Simon so far proving to be a no-nonsense pairing at the back. A true center-backs pairing of center-backs. Sprayed wide for Seo. Once again, Simon, the deep clearance, only as far as Ayuama though. Maintains possession. Rodriguez, can he skate to his left? No, finds gets wide. Drilled low for him. A diving challenge by Simon, cleared away. Wifsy once again back in possession. Cam Park towards the back stick. A late run from Rodriguez and Carroll. Too high for either of them. That looked like perhaps the most promising and most potent attack thus far from Wifsy coming in the 17th minute of play. A rearranging of personnel for Galicia. Nico Garcia takes this near side, swapping out for Ohms. Now on the far side, obviously something that Coach Salvat likes from both wingers on their respective sides. Mark forging his way forward, unable to connect with Diego. An errant outstretched leg from Vasconcelos. Wifsy working the ball around the back line. Oh, good pressure from Diego. Hilton, unaware perhaps, unable to deal with it. Galicia gobble up on the mistake. Rodriguez is down on the far side as well. Not the men that Wifsy want to be carrying a knock. Cleared away by Park. Darnell, ooh, didn't quite get all of that one. Falls back to Park. Good spot to pick out Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the path of Carroll. Carroll alone. Carroll puts it right down Main Street. As much of the side netting as we can get here at McCarran Park. And that is a tremendous finish from the number 9. And credit to Rodriguez, his 5th assist of the season. The left-footed travela, you call it, right where it needed to be. Substitution for Galicia. Nico Polo has made way for Alan Marquez. Simon now on the ball. Lucas. Baron. Turning. Dealing with some pressure. Handball the call. Rodriguez will get a word or two from the referee for playing the ball or hoofing the ball post whistle. Baron. Lucas. Yeah, not a lot of space over there. Wifsy is very concentrated. We're going to need to find another way out, perhaps with a little bit of dazzling touches. Nico Garcia back on his original side, quickly out. Alan Marquez might give chase for it. Holds off the challenge of Seo. Baron to Diego. Ohms. Alan will make the overlapping run. Ohms, though, cuts inside. Oh, there's miscommunication once again from Galicia in the final third. Carroll. Darnell on his back. A good turn, though. Alan recovery. Simon in. Espinoza flicks on. Controlled by Rodriguez. Ayuama with a good touch as well. Can't get it past, though, the final defender. That is Morales, who has entered the match. The number 7. Looks to have replaced I'm not quite sure. Oh, looks like it may have been Nico Garcia. That's exactly who it was. Such is grassroots football. Sometimes you don't catch everything. Subs happen rather quickly. We don't have the luxury of the light board. Also into the match for Ohms is the number 19, Marco Dasso. And here's Vandenberg on this near side. Seo with an arm to the sky pointing for it, wanting that ball over the top. Here's Rodriguez. Can he find Seo? It's a little behind his run, so he'll touch it down. Miguel will get on the end of it, though. Here's Marco. Paron. Paron will flick on over the top. Diego won't give chase for it. Crest ball in hand. Will distribute Vasconcelos. Searching ball for Espinoza. Nodded on Marquez, though. Effective clearance. Wifsy's throw. Everyone losing sight of that one. A good challenge from Miguel is enough to put the striker Carroll off. In fact, I do have a correction to make. Gabriel Vasconcelos, the starting right back for Wifsy, is in fact not Gabriel, but it is Michael Gallo. That is my mistake. Michael Gallo, who is now the left back for Wifsy, having swapped sides. Diego Silva on the ball, now in for Wifsy. Or for Galicia, pardon me. Mark. Searching ball. Diego may challenge on the second bounce and does, gets his foot onto it. Leaning ever so slightly backwards though. Does concede the goal kick. Levan Gulbatashvili also in for Wifsy. Darnell nods it back. Here is Levan. In for Carroll. Wifsy's goal scorer. Gives it up. Ioama. Tries one. Bending. Right down the middle for Marvin Bowen. Kept honest. And passed the test well. Tom Bailey on the far side in for Wifsy. Tracking substitutions as best is possible. Searching ball in for Carroll. Nods it down to Rodriguez. Takes a stab at it. Cam Park wide for Seo. Off his chest. Will look to maintain possession and does. Gallo whips one in. Simon, diving effort, and it does find the feet of Miguel. Wifsy full coverage pressure. Marquez Diego Silva retains possession. A moment of calm now for Galicia. Diego Silva tests a searching one. Diego will once again have the step on Hilton. Hilton who takes a shot from the Argentine striker. Clean as anything. Just a good contest for possession. Hilton once again using that long range to shepherd the ball out of bounds. Hilton nods it. Carroll. Diego on the ball. Mark slips it through. Galicia can't capitalize. Just wide of the mark off the foot of the center mid replacement, Diego Silva, sporting the number 18. Wifsy setting up to play this goal kick in almost a 4-2-4. Nodded on by Carroll, winner out of the air. Does come back to Galicia. Diego Silva in the pocket. Mark. And Darnell. Miguel just trips under his own turn there. Rodriguez holds off the challenge well. Does come away a little worse for wear, yeah, holding that Achilles. He's up again though. Jinseo back for Rodriguez, intercepted though. Rodriguez, second time of asking. Down once again, holding onto that right leg, it looks like. Marco, the challenger there. Diego, Hilton wins though. Here is Hilton. That will come off the rear end of Alan. Ball for Marco, holding up well, just waiting through the legs of Hilton. Vandenberg though, his partner, able to clean up possession. Park clips it for Gallo. Mark will give chase though. Cleared effectively. Levan. Shepherded out. Though a little too tenaciously. Foul is the call. Good touch out of the air by Miguel. Darnell now. Who skips it past Carroll. Darnell once again. Iwama's going to get there first. Didn't have the mustard on it. Seo off the chest of Simon. Miguel found by Darnell. Wide for Lucas. Simon. Diego Silva, who's been electric since making his entrance. Alan. Gallo's going to get there ahead of him. Once again, the ball just hangs and floats. Carroll skips it away. Unable to connect, though, with one of his teammates. Diego Silva over the top for Mark. Good anticipation there from the goalkeeper. Diego takes just not quite the right touch. Ball on, though, for Morales. Shepherded out once again by Hilton. Baron will return to the match, giving Miguel a much-earned rest. Darnell, after going to absolute war with Carroll more than a few times, he will be replaced as well. Here is the ensuing throw for Galicia. A little bit of an errant touch against Bailey. Mark, Ole, maintaining possession. Diego Silva, Marquez well wide. They'll clip it up though. Goalkeeper wise to it. Jacob Kress maintains possession. Sends it long on the run for Seo. Marti Di Castro. Marti as he is known. The new center back for Darnell. Baron. Here is Marti. Has some room to run. Good searching ball for Lucas. Tries to test one over the top for Marco. Perhaps a little bit too much curl on it. Gallo away from Diego. Diego Silva though, the recipient of his intended pass. Mark now, advancing. Can Morales save it? Yes, he can. In need of some reinforcements, or does he just go himself? Yes, he does. Mark clips it. Here's Diego. Tests one with the left foot. Doesn't catch all of it. Diego Campos yet to take off on this spring portion of the CSL Division II season. Lifted. Simon first to it. Lucas second. Kem Park will get on the end of it though. Levon flicks over. Little too clever perhaps from Galicia. Rodriguez comes to Simon. Lucas. Paron. Patience on the ball is lovely. Diego now sends one forward for Marco. Hilton giving chase. Hilton once again losing the physical battle. Morales. Moment of calm perhaps. Diego Silva. Alan still well wide. This time will receive. Are there options in the box? Drills it! Zipped across the face of goal. Needed a runner back post. Perhaps had one, just mistimed however. And that will do it for this attack for Galicia. Marti and Lucas exchanging positions. Again, the 4-2-4 from WIFC for this portion of the build-out. Gallo, searching ball. Marquez lifts it. It will fall for Marti perhaps, and does. Mark, beautiful touch to escape from Park, who's still wide, hot on the trail. Skips away from the touch of Diego, the striker. Galicia though keep via the throw. Diego Silva. Offside the call for Marco. David Rodriguez. Pass flicked on, deflected. He'll get a second shot at distribution and does find Carroll. Marti with a great touch. Comes away with the ball as well. Searching for options, weighing it. He's found Morales on the far side. Morales towards the top of the box for Diego Silva. That is a great touch. What does he do with it now? Diego Campos can't get away from Hilton this time. Marco brought to ground, all ball on the challenge though from Jinseo. Marti again, another really good touch. This time does he test one himself? Yes, he does. Cam Park, the deflector. Mark searching for options. Diego Silva for Alan Marquez. Late run from Paron. Deflected off Park again. Just perfectly in the way as an incredible roadblock. Cam Park. Now Wifsy breaking at pace. Carroll. Lucas with a really good step ahead of Cam Park, the center midfielder. And now a moment of calm. Paron has some time. Plays back for Lucas. Lucas, the crossfield ball. Morales will give chase. Tom Bailey, though, providing the obstacle on this occasion. Hilton wants nothing to do with the physicality of Diego Campos. Felt the pressure and immediately sent it back for Cress. Here's Park. Back for Cress once again. Searching for a breakdown in Galicia's defensive positioning. They will not find it via the long ball on this occasion. Nabil El Karoubi of the Wifsy second team into the match for the White. Matt Carroll also replaced by Onur Ilingi. Diego Silva receives it once again. Again, Alan Marquez. Holding this really high, really wide position. Paron tries to drive one towards the feet of Diego. Mark with the takeaway. Again, the good pressure. Diego Silva. Pressure comes in the back from Rodriguez. Paron. These two have been an incredible 1-2 punch. Marti, delicate touches are his forte. Marco. Sprayed wide, Marquez. Alan drills one across the face of goal once again. Jarrett Vandenberg, clearance away for Park. Alan in for his striker, Jarrett Vandenberg. Touches high, nods it on. Ioama off the rib cage of Paron. They do find El Karoubi. And his second touch, just as effective as the first. Diego Silva. Mark takes a peek up to find Lucas. And Mark again in a more reserved position, or not reserved, but find me a thesaurus, ladies and gentlemen. Receded position. There's the word I needed. I know it started with an R. Just dropping a bit deeper is where I was going with that analysis, to receive the ball in earlier spaces. And here he is again. Touch against Ioama. Does he lace one once again? Yes, he does! This time wide of the mark. Caught a little underspin on it. Rodriguez can now tend to that right Achilles and ankle area, perhaps. David Getz returning to the match now as the more of a false 10. Five minutes remain in this half. Mark's incredible strike equalized by the finish of Wifsy's striker, the number 9, Matthew Carroll. High hanging ball will fall for Levon, flicked on. Gets now his first involvement since returning to the match. Good physical contest there to regain possession via the throw. Bailey in towards the back post. El Kharoubi dispossessed once again. Lucas under pressure. Kept it in, though got a little too far under it. Good combinations in the middle for Wifsy. Cleared away though, and now with the feet of Diego Silva. Laces one for the run of Diego Campos. He's on it. Test one with the left foot, might as well from there. Vandenberg, an outstretched foot deflected. And rises ever so undangerously for the hands of Jacob Kress. That is a high hanging ball. Difficult to track that one. It'll bounce. Lucas the head on it for the second bounce. Diego Silva still on the ball. Delicate touches. Diego Silva back for Simon. The switch is on and found. Lucas, Mark. Again dropping ever deeper to get early touches on the ball. Diego Silva. Lucas. Diego Silva. Pressure coming from Levon. Pressure off. Mark. There's a good spell of possession from Galicia. Gave it up though as soon as I said it. A run through the middle from Levon. Gulbatshvili. Making a good breaking run through the middle. El Kharoubi will hold this throw, anticipating the substitute. Eric Rincon, or Eric, into the match now for Galicia. Simon rises well. Diego Silva, pressure proof. Lucas. Mark with room to turn, can drive at Wifsy. Oh, but a really good challenge from Hilton, going to ground, putting his foot inch perfect to halt the advance. Padon. Mark for Padon once again. Padon! Sticks it into the net, sends it express delivery, says don't forget to sign on arrival, folks. And right on the brink of halftime, Galicia are delivered an incredible advantage. It's those types of goals right before the final whistle that just break the spirit a little bit, and for Galicia that might be exactly what they need. Final minute of play to come here, plus stoppages that our center referee will add on. Ayoama trying to pick out the early run from El Kharoubi into the safe hands of Marvin Bowen. Distribution to Lucas. And that goal coming off the back of some really good combination play for Galicia as well. Alan for Lucas. Oh, good pressure from El Kharoubi. A little too excited there, finding himself in a one-on-one in the corner. A winger's favorite spot to be. Marti lifts one for Padon, right off his chest, laid down for Morales. Diego Silva, so good on the ball. And that will do it for the first half. Galicia late on, finding a second lead of the match. Began with Mark, equalized by Matt Carroll. Paron to regain the advantage, and that will do it for the first half here on Game and Frame from Williamsburg at McCarran Park. Folks, while I have your attention here for the second half, I do want to remind you about our sponsors for this evening's broadcast. Today's game is brought to you by Salt Athletic, who have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. It's called the Air Case, and it uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and homes. If you have been around soccer for long enough, you will know the smell that pervades all facets of your life. Block it out with the Air Case. Now, here's the deal. Salt Athletic is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. So there is a QR code on your screen right now. If you want to scan that, you will get 10% off your Air Case, and you can keep it fresh. Personal anecdote, bought one for my younger brother, a college soccer player, for Christmas this year. He says his car has never been less terrible to drive in. So Salt Athletic, it's effective from my own personal life. Also, got some more Game and Frame programming for you this weekend. Real, of course, and I lose my spot. Real Central is going to take on Kensington in the APSL Delaware River Conference. You might be used to us calling it the EPSL. They have expanded their reach. They are now the APSL, American Premier Soccer League. Nyack versus CPR in our all too familiar APSL Metropolitan Conference. PSC and Real Central, again in the Delaware River Conference. And then call it a main event, if you will. Fireworks to abound, folks. It's the Pancyprians versus the New York Greek Americans. Your reigning national champions versus perennial contenders. APSL Metropolitan Conference, folks. Do not miss that one. We're going to be right back for halftime. Keep it around, keep it fresh, and keep it on Game and Frame. Thanks for tuning in so far. We'll see you soon.
Bonfiel has the ball, takes a shot, rips it from outside the 18 and goal!
From perhaps that defensive error. Still with Paxton to toward Dagan. Dagan inside the 18-yard box, dribbles away from 2, 3, Dagan! Goal for Brooklyn United!
Right-footed, and this range, he could have it. Oh, a reaction save there from Watson.
Through ball excellent by Olkini as Kevin chips the goalkeeper 4-1.
Ball still in, Intercontinental, top of the box with a shot. Sean with the save, still there. Sean with the second save. Excellent work from Sean.
Try to be taken down. Johnson onto the left foot. Has Jalot. Jalot for game, set, and match. It's bit wide, and it's in. Game, set, and match.
There's a gap here on the left side for the Pancyprians to exploit. It's slotted through. Matthew Forster, first chance of the game, and it's buried by Matthew Forster.
Tyler now on their right. Tyler with a great ball, trying to find Sasha. The shot, and a goal! What a beautiful build-up by F.A. Euro!
There it is, towards the captain. He goes over in the box. A shot comes in, and again Webster.
Distributes the ball. Buccini moves it on to El Handawi, who slips it through to Kings. And there it is, slotted again.
An incredible bit of skill there from Gladys.
Intercontinental will make their move. It's a shot, and it's in. That is unbelievable from Intercontinental. Beautiful shot into the upper 90.
Oh, Diamba! Oh, off the crossbar! They're claiming a goal. It's goal! Diabara opens the scoring.
Back to Asher Rushevsky, left-footed pass toward Quincy Strauss-Figueroa. Thinking about a curler, Quincy Strauss-Figueroa!
Loose ball from Mario finds the feet of Gladys, who in turn lets his winger loose. Kovacic lets the ball forward, 3-0, just like that.
Can he be the hero? And he can! Goal!
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
That's a good bit of footwork there by Spalding. It's gone for a spacious shot! It's magnificent by Spalding!
Back now for the second half of this Cosmopolitan second division league matchup between New York Galicia and Williamsburg International FC, affectionately known as WIFC. Galicia in the navy blue, attacking from right to left this half. Be on the lookout for an early run from this nearsighted winger, David Getz. WIFC going left to right, as we will likely pan our camera that way on this opening kickoff. Oh, they cut through the middle. Tried a little deception, vocal deception there. Here is Eric, though, who did get the touch to deny that opening kickoff run. Paron under pressure. WIFC, good pressure in the front. Tail of the tape for the first half was an early sub 5-minute bullet from Mark to the top corner, clearing the cobwebs, was equalized by Matthew Carroll. And then with about a minute to go in the first half, Paron with an incredible strike, kept it low, tucked it home, and the equalizer from WIFC was quickly nullified. Rodriguez forgets. Simon the touch. Diego Silva flips it out the other way for Eric, gets a touch. Espinoza, who has returned to this match, comes away with the ball though, out of bounds. Galicia take over on possession. For Mateo Paron, his first goal of this season. This, of course, the first match of the spring portion of the season. We have reached the turnaround point. As it stands, Galicia knocking on the door of a promotional playoffs position. They sit in 6th place, just behind Manhattan FC, who tied last night. Foul on Wifsy. Diego Silva, a searching ball for Eric. He'll nod it down for Campos. Diego tries to cut it across for Nico Garcia. Diego Silva for Diego. Mark. Good combination amongst the midfield three. We will return to our chat about the standings in only a moment, as soon as we have regained a moment of peace. Nico. Diego Silva. There's still options on that far side. They're still advancing through the middle. Effective clearance from Hilton, but a good touch by Marquez. Alan. Diego Silva. Eric. Jinseo disrupting, and a foul on the edge of the box for Galicia. And this is going to favor a left boot. I wonder who in the number 9 is going to want his foot on this. And in fact, he's walking away. An unselfish striker in the year of 2025? Who'd have thunk it? Thanks, Pep. So it will be Diego Silva, the first half substitute who has played a pivotal role since his debut in the match. Diego Silva! Oh, laced it well. Perhaps needed to be a yard or two back from that spot. An impressive strike nonetheless. So, folks, let's talk about it. Galicia in 6th position. Could clear MFC should results hold. Wifsy down in 15th. Eintracht and Deportivo Sociedad, the only teams below them, so Hilton needing to be removed from the match to address perhaps a spot of blood. That does look like what's going on in the sidelines. Wifsy not in grave danger of a relegation battle on 7 points. Eintracht on 3 with a goal differential of -20. Deportivo Sociedad earning their first points of the season with their draw against... Oh, it's a great ball from Diego. Eric can't find the inside of the post. But a beautiful pass in from the striker. Good combinations between Nico, Mark, Diego, and finally Eric on that final touch. We've seen no grave danger perhaps yet. Eintracht and Deportivo Sociedad needing to get their act together. Galicia, though, last season, right around this same turnaround point, were in a very similar position, knocking on the door, perhaps a bit unconvincingly, of the promotional playoff spot, and then past the turnaround point in the second half of the season, just exploded and found themselves vying for promotion to the first division. Fell in penalties to the eventual... There's a flag up on this far side that will remain up. And there it is. We're going to sort this out. The ball never went in off the throw from Gallo. And so there we go. Padon. Diego Silva. Ioama on him. Back for Lucas in a moment of calm. Story of last season, Galicia eventually fell in penalties of the promotional playoffs to the eventual promotee, Hoboken FC, given for Diego! Oh, it's a tremendous save from Cress. Diego Campos, who you would normally bet the barn door on, denied by an impressive reaction save from Jacob Cress. The striker still looking to open up his account for the spring season. Here's Mark. Bailey marking. The ball into the box. Nodded clear by Espinoza. Diego Silva! Just wide. Oh, touched wide. Another amazing save by Cress. Wow. Coming up big to start the second half, Jacob Cress. Corner kick to come for Galicia. I mean, if patterns hold, I think I should keep talking about their position in relation to the promotion playoff, because they have been playing with electricity. They just don't want me to get through my story. Diego Silva, looping ball in. Garcia off his head, just mistimed the attempt. Could not redirect it goalward. Goal kick here for Galicia. So we talked about it a little bit at the top of the broadcast, but just to let you know how tight this race is in the second division. First place and fourth place FC Japan and Block FC are separated by only 4 points. Third place to eighth place separated by only 4 points. Ninth place to 14th place out of 17, a 5-point difference. And just for fun, a good clearance by Marquez, by Allen. Diego's gonna give chase. Cress gets there first. FC Japan in fourth, Vibes FC in ninth, a difference of only 6 points. So truly, 1 or 2 weeks going with you, or going with or against you, could absolutely change the course of yours and someone else's entire season. Nico playing it off the foot of Rodriguez, earning the throw. Galicia's throw to be taken. Foul throw is the call. So possession changes hands for Wifsy. A good break for the team in white. Matt Carroll nodding on. They were looking for Rodriguez. It will fall for Ioama. It's actually Jinseo. Bailey. Trying to swing it. Oh, Hilton just gets there ahead of the striker. Bailey just didn't even see the line. Yep, that'll happen. Was waiting patiently for a run to develop. Yeah, it's a beautiful field in a beautiful park, but these lines are just a bit faded. Marti pushing his way physically through the lines. Diego Silva, down following the challenge from Ioama. Jinseo. Lucas equal to it though, and he will get the clearance. Instead lays it, and it's right back to Wifsy. Ioama once again. Park, edge of the box, tries to cut it through. Offside is the call on Jinseo. Diego Silva back on his own 2 feet again, just testing out. Looks like that right leg. right foot perhaps. A quick throw of the thumbs up to the sideline. We are able to play on. Lucas receiving. The ball from Lucas just offline there for Mark. Wifsy back in possession, losing out though on a misplaced pass in kind. Diego Silva. Nico Garcia starting a run. Ooh, just off the toe of Diego Silva without the control that was necessary. Here's David Getz for Wifsy. Cutting inward, cutting outward, but a great stand by Marti. Diego Silva. Nico Garcia back into the middle. Once again for Diego Silva. Oh, they've done well, Galicia, to escape the press. They've done really well, Galicia, to escape the press. A flip out for Eric, just behind him. Can he connect with Marquez or Alan? No. Great touch by Ioama, or that was Rodriguez, pardon me. Flicked onward by Rodriguez for Getz. His touch takes him wide. Has some work to do against Simon. Gives it for Bailey. First time ball into the box. Rodriguez nods it high. It'll fall for Rodriguez again. Deflected away. Ioama's going to want to take a strike. It just bounces backwards and a foul committed by Wifsy. Galicia survived the pressure test. Marti. Here comes the high press from Wifsy. Silva. Paron. Flipped onward. Mark gave up on it. Garcia gave chase, and Vandenberg wisely shepherding it out of bounds. Next week for Nueva York Galicia, they have Stal Mielich of New York, who maintain a 3-1-6 record. At least to our knowledge to this point. Stal Mielich in 13th position, so another bottom half of the table opponent for the Galicians. Ball out, Alan tripped up. We play on. Diego maintained possession, kept it in, wins a corner. And then, back on Randall's Island, the following week, it's against SC Eintracht. So Galicia will really be able to ramp their way up with some choice opposition. Of course, nothing is a given here in the Cosmopolitan Soccer League. Any given Sunday and any given day when half your team doesn't show up, we've all been there. So absolutely no freebies, but Galicia will look to these games as opportunities for points and opportunities to storm ever higher in the Division 2 standings. Here's a ball into the box. Can it be redirected? Just skips past Nico. Tried it on his left and just spun around himself. Maybe the right foot was the choice, but seemed his weight was just stuck on that right foot. Couldn't really redirect himself with alacrity. Levan Gulbatashvili returning to the match for Wifsy. Oms Sissoko back into the game for Galicia. High lines for Wifsy. Ioama flicks it on. Simon nods it downward. Here's Mark. Oh, a good leave there. But a better take from Jinseo. Rodriguez. Wide for Levan. Tom Bailey, the overlapping run. Still the Georgian. Bailey off the foot of Marti. Bailey the long throw, searching for the striker. Marvin bounced it upwards, had to recover it, and did so. Here's Marti. Calls for the press. Can Galicia escape? It's flipped outward for Alan with a great touch downwards. Olms his option perhaps. Instead goes for the striker. Once again, Hilton just has to get it clear. Diego with a little extra physicality on the end of that play, just to remind Hilton. Hilton taking the ball from Alan. Diego, though, always his shadow, his nightmare in the dark. Garcia rips one across the face of goal. Mark will give press on Bailey. Vandenberg. Back for Kress. Garcia holding this line. Bailey flicks on over the top. Simon can calmly hold it back to Marvin. Marvin, though, his long clearance will only find Ayoama. Jinseo dispossessed. Diego Silva. Marti. Nico. Diego Silva. A good find through the gap created by the striker and the 10. Lucas, though, once again, searching ball intercepted. Mark comes away with it, though. Silva carrying. Still Diego Silva against Cam Park. Nico Garcia. And like for like, just doesn't see the line. Hilton, a good ball for Ayoama. No foul called. And a yellow card issued to Matt Carroll for dissent. Hopefully it wasn't picked up on our microphone here. But yeah, referee feeling the need to halt proceedings to attend to the choice words from Carroll towards our center referee. Feeling very strongly that a foul had been committed against Jensen Ayoama. Diego Silva back in possession. Tested one down the middle. Cam Park, though, able to deflect it towards his own keeper's hands. Mark will make way. So too will the striker Diego. Miguel back into the match, joined by Marco and Morales. So Nico Garcia also being... Oh, this is interesting. Very interesting. So Jacob Kress on that on his clearance, on his punt, moved outside of the box while handling the ball. Galicia will have an indirect free kick right on the edge of the 18. So WIFC organizing their wall as if it were direct, because well and truly it feels like it could be. They're gonna rush it as soon as it's touched. Jinseo needing to get 10 yards behind the ball. Flipped in, cleared away. Ooh, miscommunication there between two Galician soccer players. Carroll holding up. Jinseo for Camp Park. Espinoza, it's too far behind him, and Sissoko Ohms comes away with the ball. Rodriguez, though, that's an errant pass. He gets on the end of it. Carroll is offside. And Wifsy are unhappy. They are displeased with a few of the recent decisions. Lucas drives one, spinless all the way towards Kress. Kress will be, of course, a little more aware this time, perhaps, of his the boundaries of his box. Great touch by Marti. Marti receiving once again. Paron. Diego Silva leaves for Paron. Ohms wide. Ohms receives. Galicia throw. Paron spins. Marco holding up possession. Does well, but it's just a few too many Wifsy defenders. Gulbatishvili away from Miguel. He'll get it back off his pass. Deflected. And that one will be a foul. That one is whistled. Referee reaching for the pocket. Taking a moment perhaps to find the yellow card. Can't find the yellow card. Does that mean it doesn't... If a referee loses a yellow card in the Forest, does the warning count? Oh, he'll get one from his AR. There we go. So now he has to sort out and remember who the recipient of the yellow will be. It was a good run. Let's return to that moment by Levan Gulbatishvili. So a free kick for Wifsy. This is well within Rodriguez's range. It looks far out, but this will give him the space and time to get it up, over, and beyond the wall, and to bring it back downward to test Marvin, the goalkeeper. Hilton, though, could be the late target of a floated ball towards the back stick. Hilton makes his run. Instead, it'll be Levan who strikes one off the head of Marti. Ohms will give chase. Let it out, and it is Wifsy's throw. I don't think he knew. He had all the time in the world, perhaps, to try that clearance or something else. Opted to let it out instead. Bailey to throw in for Wifsy. Carroll in the center. Hilton remains in the center as well. He does get a nod on. It's touched down and cleared away. Vandenberg. Bailey. Levan brought to ground. Felt the pressure, knew exactly what to do in that instance. Now it's Galicia airing their complaints. Hilton remains up in the danger area. Carroll moving towards the back. Rodriguez lift this one towards Carroll. Marvin rises for it, can't get a convincing touch on it, cleared away by Diego Silva. The break could be on if Ohms gets there before Vandenberg. No, Vandenberg will get there and clear his lines effectively. And it was touched by Ohms on its way out of bounds. Wifsy's throw, keeping numbers forward. A sub for Wifsy though. Jinseo will make way for Michael Gallo. Vandenberg, Ioama. Back for Hilton, pressure coming. Galicia immediately moving their line forward. Kress, clearance only as far as Diego Silva. Everywhere. A ball in for Marco. Into the hands of Jacob Kress, who sends another high hanging ball. First bounce, second comes to Simon, third controlled by the striker for Wifsy, Marti. Bailey with an all-important step for Wifsy. Oh, whose is it? It is Wifsy's. Rodriguez cuts it back out for Levon. Drilled across. Won't beat the first man, Marti, and it's a corner for Wifsy. Up once again comes Hilton. Espinoza and Vandenberg remain. Wifsy do have an apparent height advantage. Rodriguez to serve this one. Off the head of Lucas. Well dealt with by Galicia. That was a stinging ball. Any amount of redirection towards the net would have put it on frame. Bailey to serve a signature long throw. It bounces up. Carroll! Speculative effort. Tame in the end for Galicia, too high of the mark. Simon standing over the ensuing goal kick. It's only going to go as far as Gulbatishvili. Rodriguez alone. Rodriguez just wide. Almost unbelievably. And Wifsy, in this occasion, are writing essays like a first grader because they just don't know how to capitalize. Rodriguez is going to see that touch in his nightmares. Really good combination play from Wifsy, though, to put Rodriguez in behind on that one-on-one. But well done by Marvin as well to close down space and make that tougher. Foul for Mark. Carroll needs to be careful. He is protesting every call against Wifsy. Already on a yellow card for dissent. Referee's gonna have his eyes and ears on the striker. Lucas to play this one in. Striker Diego back into the match for Galicia after a well-earned rest. Off the chest of Marti. Miguel. Mark holding up against pressure well. And a great turn. Marti. And Mark. Really nice play from Galicia here, playing in behind for Diego. Little too much on it for the pacey striker. Kress likely to deliver a trademark high hanging. There it is. This one's driven a bit longer. Gallo to get on the end of it. That's a really nice ball, a really good touch, and a really good flick on for Gallo. No advantage to be played, so saw the referee. Foul called for Wifsey. And already you could hear them on the field. Perhaps you couldn't, but Wifsey are saying, Matt, calm down. Just begging for Carroll to keep himself out of the referee's ear. Rodriguez the service. This one driven. Controlled really well off the chest of Lucas. Espinosa nodded back. Diego Silva. Bailey just stretching for it. Into the middle with Diego Silva. Oh, tried to find Alan. It's Rodriguez, though, who's fouled. Yes, indeed. Yellow card shown to Marco. And another really tempting location, this time just off center for David Rodriguez. Galicia to this point maintaining a 2-1 advantage earned in the first half. Goal scorer Mark equalized by Matt Carroll before Padron regained the advantage. Rodriguez alone. The strike from Rodriguez! There it is, it'll bounce in! Looked like Marvin got a touch, but the spin, the power, the pace was too much for the goalkeeper. And David Rodriguez will add to his tally for the season. Well, I think that that other opportunity from the center midfielder will sit a little easier in the stomach for this evening. Marti into the middle. Diego Silva doesn't challenge for it. Gallo now. Miguel. Is there a run on? No. But there's some space to be earned in the middle. Morales. Alan. Past his defender. Into the middle. Diego! Oh, just can't keep it on earth. Spotted paradise, but sent the ball there as well. Ten minutes to be played, a 2-2 match as it stands, which means Galicia would remain just behind MFC. Of course, there are other results to be noted. Diego Silva brought to ground by Matt Carroll. Mark, Diego Silva for Mark once again. Marti making a run in. Diego Silva, the run of Mark is right between the goalkeeper's legs, and just like that, Galicia right back in the front. Oh, Galicia just finding ways to string passes together like beads on a friendship bracelet. and 3-2 in the blink of an eye. Mark his second of the match, which makes his fourth of the season. What a battle in the center midfield we've had between David Rodriguez, Miguel, Jensen, Ioama, Cam Park, Diego Silva, all adding their names to this absolute heavyweight slugfest. Here's Carroll. Ioama now. A beautiful sliding challenge. A crunch of a tackle. I'd put it on a parfait. Bailey. Levon. Into the middle. And cleared away effectively by Simon. We know what's coming from Bailey. Hilton's up for it as well. This one loops upward. Cleared away in a corner. Off the thigh of Lucas. Michael Gallo being replaced by David Getz. We will take the ball retrieval as an opportunity to remind you of our sponsor for this broadcast, which is Salt Athletic, who have made the world's freshest and most advanced cleat bag. It's called the Air Case, and it uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and homes. So Salt Athletic is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. There's a QR code on your screen right now. If you're able to scan that, you are going to get 10% off any orders. Keep it fresh with Salt Athletic. Here is the corner. It's low and driven. Alan first two. And we'll retrieve the ball again, which gives us an opportunity to remind you of Game and Frame programming still to come over the next few weeks. 8 p.m. tonight, we've got Real Central New Jersey versus Kensington SC. That's part of the APSL Delaware River Conference. We'll take just a moment to allow this corner, this one towards the back. Oh, they just got to get a touch, don't they? Ioama right back out. Is it enough? No, Lucas is there as well. David Rodriguez holding up well. Wanting a foul, but it's a handball. He went down too early. Oh, he's going to get in the referee's face. Don't do it. Don't do it. The call is a handball. David Rodriguez losing his positioning as he argues with the referee. Also in the APSL Delaware. Here it goes. Yep, the words from the referee. Oh, nope, we're okay. Moving on, in the Metropolitan Conference of the APSL, it's Nyack versus CPR. Zumschneider FC versus Hoboken FC. That'll be a good one to watch out for. But then, the one to watch for sure in the Metropolitan Conference, it's the New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms, your reigning national amateur champions, against the Greek Americans. A lot of Hellenic football on display there. Folks, that is the firework match to look out for. We are into the final 5 of this match. That was an illegal throw. Yep. Bailey will send. Marti controls though and keeps it in bounds. Diego Silva, the touch, vying for it with Cam Park. Ole! Oh, this is a really impressive run. Is eventually dispossessed. Ioama. Rodriguez lays it for Getz. Getz holds up for Espinoza. Espinoza will cut it forward. What can he look to create from this position? Has to lay it back for Getz. Nothing doing on that challenge. A little bit of spice in the last 5 minutes of this match. Vandenberg back out for Bailey. Lucas, no nonsense clearance. It may fall for Mark. Hilton, though, using every inch of that frame to rise up ever higher. than the attacking midfielder. Alan fighting for it with Espinoza. That will be a foul that time. Nico Garcia, Baron returning to the match. Galicia looking to end this as strong as they started. Marco and Morales make their exits stage right. We are well and truly into the finale. Act 3. Now's the time to use Chekhov's gun. Rodriguez the service. Floated towards the back. Nodded back by Bailey. Marvin gets his hand to it and cleared by Lucas. Vandenberg. Diego Campos waited for it. Sent forward by Mark. Did he stay onside? No, he didn't. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, like, probably deserves a yellow card for playing the ball after the whistle. But that was impressive. That was impressive. All right. Moving on. Moving swiftly ahead. Offside is the call. Wifsy will have another shot to advance forward. Just under 2 minutes. Bailey. Back to Kress. The instruction is send it. Send it. He does. Alan is the first head to it and the first touch. Mark will start a run. Diego will receive the ball. He's got a few to beat, but he's got Nico with him. Nico's advancing ever forward off the outside of his boot into the box. Cleared away. Miguel. Cam Park getting a touch on it. Marty ahead of Rodriguez. Marty spinning. Back into the middle for Diego Silva. Diego Silva always calm on the ball, press proof. Though his pass intercepted. Can Getz find an advantage? Shakes off the challenge of Paron. Here's Levon. Levon spins away beautifully from Miguel. Miguel, though, recovers well. Sends it well wide. Ball retrieved by a member of the Williamsburg community. Everyone getting in on the fireworks. Final minute of action here. Everyone up for Wifsy. Ken Hilton nodded on no. Cleared away. No foul. Vandenberg ahead of Diego. It's nodded forward. Diego Campos with some room to run. Michael Calla with an impressive burst of pace. Diego's is more impressive. It's a foot race, folks. 3-on-3. Diego Campos onto his left. Diego Campos, Ioama is there to intercept the ball into the middle. Hilton turning through the middle. Rodriguez, the man that Wifsy need on the ball. Foul. A smart foul to be said. Paron goes into the book in the final seconds. 30 seconds until we reach whatever time our referee so deems to be necessary. Kress will line this one up. Wifsy will commit their numbers as forward as possible. Galicia will hold their line as staunchly as possible. Well over the mark, not what Wifsy needed in that moment. Galicia are going to milk the seconds. How many of them remain? Really long throw. It's going to go over the head of Hilton. Mark. Ioama, though, with a good defensive touch. Ioama still maintaining possession. It's a throw in for Galicia. Calm is the instruction. Every member of this team playing an incredibly crucial role. Another long throw, this one for Mark. Can he cut away? Yes, he can. Hilton, though, on the ball. Kress. Marty wins out of the air, but Paron comes away with the ball. Paron spinning, dancing delicately. Miguel. Nico Into the middle, cleared away by Jinseo. Throw in Galicia. A check of the wrist from our center referee. We have well and truly eclipsed the 90. We are into added time, however much remains. Nico can't spin Bailey. He could force Bailey back though, and does. It's off of Bailey. Blue throw, not a handball from our referee. Marti. Marti flicks it onward, goal kick. Another check of the wristwatch for our center referee. This could do it. I believe he said 2. Very possible he said 2. 2 minutes left. Paron holding up really well amidst some very tough pressure. Still Paron. Delicate touches really have been the difference in this match. Galicia just looks so tight on the ball. Searching ball. Marvin will come out. It was intended for Carroll, and Marvin falls on it. Simon the recipient. Marti will receive. Marti can advance. Can't break the lines. Levan. Oh, really nice, delicate touches. Searching for Carroll. Oh, that's going to come. It's going to fall. Oh, it just about fell for Cam Park. Marti. Just a searching ball. All that Galicia need in this moment, though Mark is going to get away from Hilton. Switches it well. Can Diego get on the end of it? No, not quite. Gets for Park. Alan with him. A stab in. Paron comes away with it. Delicate touches. Really nice. Just not nice enough to get away from the pressure. Rodriguez can switch it and does. Bailey. Galicia. Men behind the ball. Everyone behind the ball now. Park wide. Gets. Jinseo, now the deepest man back. Bailey. David Rodriguez. Oh, just catches the ball unkindly. And that will do it. Galicia weather the storm. Wifsy trying everything to surge ahead, to capitalize, to gain some momentum going into this second half of the season. But the Spanish side, too much to overcome. In the end, it is a Mark brace that is the difference. 3-2, your final score, and a really tremendous, gutsy performance from Galicia to outlast and survive. Folks, we are going to take just a moment as we invite the victorious Galician side over for an interview, and we will be right back. Don't forget to scan that QR code to get a 10% off discount at Salt Athletic and your order for the air case. Stick around, folks. We will conclude the stream in just a moment. We'll be right back.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
That's a good bit of footwork there by Spalding. It's gone for a spaceship shot! It's magnificent by Spalding!
And we're back. Thank you for continuing to join us here as we wrap up coverage of this match in the CSL Second Division between Williamsburg International FC and the victorious Nueva York Galicia. I'm standing by with members of Galicia for a quick interview. Gentlemen, first of all, first came back from the winter. How are we feeling and how did we stay in shape to come back to the turnaround point and get such a strong start?
So it was not an easy game today because of the wind. It was a little bit cold, but it's getting warmer and the team is worked so well today. We could do better, especially the first 15-20 minutes, and then the last 20 we were rushing too much, pressing, we were too stretched in the field. Maybe because we are a little bit tired, but we played well and at least we won today, so it worked out.
I would hazard that your guys' technical ability, your touches, both controlling out of the air, touches really delicate in the middle, really made a difference. But from your point of view, what was the difference in a really hard-fought and close match?
Yeah, that is true. We pride ourselves in playing possession football. We're very technical. We play out of the back. In the end, we took our chances better. To be honest, it was very close. We could have been... They could have tied, we could have lost in the end, especially in the last 20 minutes. But yeah, we do believe we're a stronger team and we deserve the victory.
Gentlemen, I will let you go enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, but I do want to leave the stream open for you guys. This is the Galicia stream, so any final words that you want to say to the fans watching at home?
We'll keep going.
Vamos!
Amazing. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy. For Nicholas Marshall behind the camera, I have been Diego Mijan, your commentator for the evening. We've got tons of programming on Game and Frame to look out for. Go check it out. Everything is on our Instagram as well as highlights. Definitely going to be some from this game, so go check it out. Folks, it has been an honor. It is so good to be back following the winter intermission. Second act of the season. so much to come. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.